Welcome to Core Cat Pilates Studio Cat Lab. We're working with the tower apparatus today. This is the tower end of the Cadillac. And I'm going to slide my head under the bar. This is the push-through bar that has springs attached from the bottom. And that's why I have the safety strap here. This workout today is an ankle strengthener for the lateral side, part one. I'm going to do 3 or 4 things here. And we go to a parallel leg position, but watch this. I walk the right foot way over to the left side and I take my left leg away. And I'm dorsiflexing the ankle as much as I can. This is just an unbelievable stretch down the outside of this whole leg. And then I push that heavy bar away. And 2 springs here give me the weight. I have a red on one side and a blue on the other. And I do this ankle work 14 times. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then I'm going to get ready to change to a deep flexion of the hip. And I'm pushing away with my hip flexors, and I'm bending the knee and the hip. You feel this a great deal across that right hip. And this again is going to be for 14. I've done 3, so I have 9 more to go. Again, it's the lateral side of the right leg. All of the other Pilates principles are apparent. The shoulders nicely lined up on the table. I have both sides of the pelvis are on the mat with just a little bit of twist on the right side because I've got that deep cross here. And let's just say that was 14. And of course I'm going to do the same thing on the other leg. I'm getting the right leg just out of the way, and I'm working the ankle here. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So some of the muscles, tibialis anterior and posterior, the intrinsic muscles of the feet. Extensor hallucis longus, extensor digitorum longus, flexor digitorum longus, flexor hallucis longus. The peroneal group. The peroneals are especially weak for this particular practitioner for whatever reason. Oh, okay, and then we go into the deep hip work. It's very unusual to have this much weight coming down into the leg. My goodness, you feel the hip socket like you've never felt it before. Just gives you a real concrete sense of what's going on in the root of the leg. And some of the muscles that we're working here, if you don't mind my reading them off my notes. Again, it's lateral. I'm doing this on a lateral bias. Gluteus medius, gluteus minimus, tensor fascia lata, even the sartorius, of course the rectus femoris, vastus, both the vastus intermedialis and the vastus lateralis, and the pectineus, so much it's not so much stretching but strengthening. All right. I'm going to swap out to a demi roll-up. Okay. So, I'm going to roll the tailbone up till I get to about the top of my pants. And the stretch through that tailbone along the sacrum is profound. I think I had better hold on back here. We're delving into, like I said, we're on the tower end of the Cadillac itself. The tower can also exist on the Tower of Power over there in the studio. And this exercise in particular is now called the tower. And I just rose up, not quite to my shoulders, but almost. And then I'm going to work into a shoulder stand. It's going to look like a jackknife. Shoulder stand might be another word. But in classical Pilates, this is also called the tower itself. And from here, I can do a few other tricks. Contraindicated would be back problems. If your back is feeling weak, it's just going to be way too much weight to have here. And then I decline, I descend, 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 descend slowly. Then I'm finishing up the series with a monkey stretch. I hold on to the outside of the bar, and I'm going to push both ends against the middle. I flex the feet back, stretch in my upper calves, both soleus, gastrocnemius, and hamstrings is supreme. Let me just descend and show you that again. So here we are, lying down. Even just this is a fantastic stretch for the back of the legs. Reaching up, grab the bar, bending the knees in, curling the head into my knees. I don't know if you can see that. And then on the exhale, I push that up, coming as close as I can to the knees. Monkey stretch. And then I've got to, actually, I'll finish with just a little frog kick here because my adductors feel robbed of the experience. And let me uncrawl that. Good. Thank you so much for watching.